What's going on, lead gen beasts? Matty Ice here, Leads for Locals. Got an awesome video for you today. I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to be talking about a very powerful lead generation strategy specifically for high ticket services. With that said, you could really do this with just about any type of business. I'm focusing more on the high ticket services though, because I was inspired to create this video from based on the results that one of my clients is getting in a high ticket industry. He's doing really, really well with this. So this is definitely a strategy I'm going to be focusing on a lot more for both myself, my clients, etc. So make sure you stick with me to the end on this, because this can bring a lot of leads into your business when you do it right. So my only ask, as usual, hit that like button if you find the video helpful. It really does help. Make sure you subscribe. Check out all the links in the description. Always have good additional training and resources for you guys there. Let's rock and roll. All right, what strategy are we talking about? Doing YouTube interviews. Now, before you click out of this and, because you don't do video and stuff like that, or you're intimidated by YouTube, stick with me on this. I'm not talking about starting your own YouTube channel, even though I strongly recommend it. I'm biased on that because I built my entire business on YouTube and it took a while. But once it gets up and running and those videos are out there and it's ranked and you're getting tons of views every month, man, it is a game changer for your business. However, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about tapping into audiences, tapping into channels that already have your audience, that already get a lot of engagement, a lot of views, getting on those channels and sharing your expertise. So let's break this down, because it's not nearly as difficult as you think it is. And you don't have to do a lot of them. You really just have to get on a couple of the right channels, do a few interviews. And when I say interview, I'm talking about sharing your expertise, because you're in business for a reason. You're an expert in something, right? And so essentially what you do every day is you share that expertise with your audience, with your leads, your customers, et cetera. And so what we're doing with this is we're tapping into the work of these YouTube creators, like myself, as an example. If someone wanted to come onto my channel and do a training with me that I thought would benefit my audience, that's really good for my channel. It creates content for my channel. Maybe there's an affiliate relationship there. And also it gets exposure to the person that I'm bringing onto the channel. And that's what we're doing here. So costs zero money to do. Basically you're putting your time and energy and effort. Basically you're building a list of creators that are in front of your audience and you're reaching out to them. And then you're organizing basically this training to get in front of their audience. And just real quick, the client I was talking about, he's in the business loan industry, and he did an interview talking about funding for real estate investors. So he did an interview and a training on a real estate channel, talking about building credit and getting funding for deals and stuff like that. He's been crushing it. He gets a lot of. I don't know exactly how many views the video's gotten. I still got to get the link from him if he's willing to share it. But anyways, he's generated a good amount of leads from it, and he's going to continue to get those leads for a very long time, because it's a video on a channel that's going to continue to get views every single day, every single month for years to come. I mean, I generate leads from videos that I posted years ago. I still generate leads from it, and ad revenue and sales and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And so once you have these videos out there, it's like a 24/7 salesperson that continues to work for your business and prospect for your business over and over and over again every single day. The other thing that it does is, I'm kind of skipping around here, but it creates that celebrity factor and showcases you as the expert. You really know what you're talking about. And I'll link down in the description to, because I'm actually doing this for my clients in the business loan industry now. We actually have a channel where I just did our first interview with one of my SaaS clients. And, it doesn't have a ton of views. It's a brand new channel, right? We're working up to it. But we posted it a day ago. It's already got 51 views. It's getting decent engagement. And over time, as the channel grows and we do more interviews and it starts to get more views, it's going to send more traffic to my client, right? So, and if you guys are an expert in a particular industry and your audience is business owners, hit me up. I'll have a link down below if you want to do an interview on the lead generation channel. I'm not charging for it yet, but maybe we could work out like an affiliate arrangement, and we could do that, and get you some exposure. So, but anyways, back to this. all it takes is a few interviews and trainings on the right channel or couple of channels. And guys, you can do really, really well because these videos, they get ranked over time. They get more and more views, especially if the creator continues to consistently create new content. It continues to grow and grow and grow. And it's one of those things, you do it once and it just keeps working for you. It can generate leads for you for years to come. Also, the leads tend to be really high intent because think about it. If you do a 20 or 30 minute training on somebody's channel and then someone clicks the link in the description or the comments, goes to your website, opts in, you get on a call with them, they've already consumed they've already taken so many steps. They've already consumed your content. They know you know what you're talking about. They already feel like they know you a little bit. So they tend to be really, really high intent leads because they've consumed your content first. That's how they find out about you, and then they become a lead in your business. It's totally different than paid advertising. All right. Leads are pretty much already pre-sold, because you're sharing your expertise. You're walking through, the process of how your product service solves particular problems. And maybe you're sharing, tips and strategies for people to solve their problems, whatnot. At that point, they're already pre-sold by the time they reach out to you. They want to work with you at that point. It gives you that celebrity factor. So when you get on the phone with people, and again, you don't have to get on the phone with people for this strategy to work. You could do training and interviews and whatnot and have links to order pages and, maybe you're selling a book or something like that. So don't think you have to get on the phone with people. But by the time they're getting into your ecosystem, they already feel like they know you a little bit. And I'm telling you, when you get on the phone with people that have already consumed your content, it's a totally different type of conversation. They tend to put you a little bit on a pedestal sometimes, which is great from a sales perspective, right? Taps into existing audiences, so you don't need to start your own channel. I really want to stress that because I have talked about starting your own YouTube channel, and it's in my digital marketing masterclass or university in a lot of my courses where I'm talking about generating leads, these different strategies. Starting your own channel is great. There's a ton of benefits to it, but it's also a lot of work and it takes time. This does not take time. You're already tapping into somebody's audience and channel that already gets a lot of views. So you don't have to build it up. The creator's already done that for you. You're just creating that arrangement and that opportunity to get on the channel, right? So let's talk a little bit about some industries that this could be a good industries for this particular strategy. So I already talked about business loans, right? And that's what the new channel is that I started, where we talk a lot about. Let's see, this one that we did was talking about how to get business funding, even if business owners have been denied for funding. Like, what can you do to get lender ready and to actually get approved? What are the different options, things like that? Marketing. I mean, my channel is a perfect example. I don't do a ton of interviews on my channel, but I would certainly be open to it if it was appropriate for my audience. But maybe you're doing marketing for a particular industry, like business loans as an example, right? Maybe you're in that industry. I could find channels that speak to business loan brokers, right? And I could find a couple of channels, and I'm going to show you after this how to find these channels, how to reach out to them, things like that. So we'll get to that in a second. But I could reach out to these different channels that are already in front of my particular audience, do a couple of trainings on that channel, and that's just free marketing for me at that point. And then maybe I give an affiliate commission to that person who did the interview. Life insurance, if you're doing life insurance for particular part of the market, maybe it's parents, maybe it's business owners, whoever it is, there is a channel that speaks directly to parents. So maybe, and maybe you don't talk about just life insurance, but I mean, you could, because anybody who watches that's pretty high intent. 5 things that every parent needs to know when picking life insurance for your family, something like that. Go ahead and steal that. I don't care. Financial services. This could be a really good one. Financial services, retirement planning. So if you sell annuities and retirement packages and things like that, dude, get on these. I mean, people are hungry for that information, how to prepare for retirement, how to, avoid paying a lot of taxes in retirement, sharing your specific type of retirement strategy that works for you and your clients. I mean, that stuff will just be phenomenal. Consulting and coaching, course creators, personal and business, building personal and business credit. I mean, come on, guys, that's a huge market. That's just an incredibly huge market. I mean, you can get onto you'd want to like pick a specific niche. So maybe you find a channel that talks a lot about cars and how to purchase cars and stuff like that. Get on that channel and talk about how to build personal credit so you can get a better rates on your auto loan. Right. And then you have a link in the description and the comments that links over to your credit repair page. Boom. And then you provide a kickback a little bit for the creator on each sale. I mean, come on, guys. Debt restructuring, investing, like I said, even e-com and physical products, this can work for as well. So, I mean, this can do really well for just about any industry. Let's talk about how to actually do this. All right, let's get into the practical side of implementing this. And I'm going to do more trainings on the channel. I'm definitely going to be adding this to my digital marketing university. If you guys want to check that out, I'll have a link in the description. It's where I put all of my lead generation stuff. So, all right. So what we want to do is create a list of YouTube channels that cater to, I shouldn't put a business owner audience. I was originally going to make this just for business owners, to your specific audience. I was originally going to make this for business loan brokers, but it's like, you know what? Let's talk about this for every industry. All right. So there's a couple of different ways to do this. I tested this right here. This was a Fiverr gig. I paid $5 for this. I wasn't really impressed, to be honest. You have to be really specific with them about who you're looking for. It was okay. Just some of the channels they came up with were just not what I was looking for. But the benefit of this, one, it's really cheap. They discover they'll get 200 YouTube channels for you. I'm going to get rid of my camera because it is lagging really bad. I don't know why it's doing that lately. Discover 200 YouTube channels. So basically, they're going to extract the data of 200 YouTube channels, and they actually get the email addresses for these creators and different contact details. So it can save a lot of time, but you're probably not going to use or reach out to most of these channels. It's just not. I wasn't that impressed. But again, you might get better results than me. Because I was just testing it. You just want to be very specific when you let them know what kind of channels you're looking for. I think I did at least 1,000 or 500 to 1,000 subscribers, but no more than 200,000. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyways, that's one way to do it. And then the other way. So let's actually go to YouTube. All right. So there's some really cool filters that you can use inside of YouTube here. So let's say you want to get in front of real estate investors. All right, you're a business loan broker. You help get funding for real estate investors. Let's type in real estate investing, and then right here where it says filters, we can filter by channel. And then there's some other things we can do too about like view count, the upload date. All right, let's do channel for now. And actually, I think we can do both. Let's do view count. Okay. Yeah, we can do both. But for now, I'm just going to do relevance. So, but you could pull. So we typed in real estate investing, and all these different channels came up. Now, there's some criteria that you want to follow, obviously. So for me, I don't want to. If you can get on channels with tons and tons of subscribers, then go for it. Those are going to be a little bit tougher. They're tougher to get in touch with, but smaller channels, less than 10,000 or less than 20,000, but maybe more than, at least 500 or 1,000, that's kind of the sweet spot. Those can be really good. 163 right here. Maybe what we want to do though, is go on to the actual channel. And what I like to look for is when is the last time they posted and how many views are they getting? Now, you might look at this and think, okay, they're only getting this many views, which is true. But over time, though, assuming that they can, and this is part of the conversation you want to have with them when you reach out. We'll talk about reaching out in a second. But get an idea of what they're doing. Like, what is their goal for this channel? Are they going to continue posting, right? Because you could create a phenomenal deal with this channel and have it grow. That your video will continue to grow over time as it gets ranked, gets more views, and it could absolutely be worth it. And how much time is it really taking? I mean, these interviews are 20 to 40 minutes long. Not to mention, I mean, these channels, the smaller channels, guys, if you're just starting out with something like this could be really good practice. Get on a smaller channel first, practice your pitch and your training, get comfortable on video, and then move your way up to the larger, the larger channels, right? So this one has a few more. I do like when they have an intro video. It usually means they take their channel a little bit more seriously, especially also too, like we're looking for, like, do they take this, do they take their channel seriously? I would say so far, it looks like this one does. All right. So their last upload was 7 days ago. That's good. That shows me that they're consistent. 186 views, not a ton of views, but that's going to add up over time, guys. And not to mention, hey, if your video gets 150 views and you get an extra 2 or 3 leads out of that, that's worth it right there. We can go into videos here, see how many they have, right? Get a little bit of a better idea of what's going on, right? It looks like, I mean, they have a ton of videos here. And so look at this. Some of them do have, did go viral, 920 views, 1,100 views, 2,000 views right here. So, even though not all of the videos have tons of views, I mean, this adds up pretty quick, guys. So that's another example. All right, let's go to this one. This has about 6,500. Okay, again, not a ton of views, but if we go to videos here, okay, I like the cover photo. All right, it looks like there's a lot of videos on here, so they probably take this pretty seriously. That's what I'm looking for. Now, what we want to do, what I would recommend is you create a spreadsheet, and just when you go to the channels, just grab the URL, put it in a spreadsheet, put the name of the channel, just paste in the URL, and then start looking for some contact details. It'll usually, we can go to the About section right here. They just have a link to a website. Sometimes they'll have an email address here as well, but let's click on the website and see what we can find. Okay, maybe we can opt into their list, want to join our team. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, this is probably not really what we're looking for. Let's see, follow us. We can go to their Facebook page and Twitter page, and we could start liking some of their content. We can leave some comments and stuff. We could add as a friend. I don't really recommend reaching out on Facebook. I suppose you could. It's not the end of the world, but from what I understand, and being a creator myself, I prefer that people just send me an email or opt into one of the funnels or something like that. Get in touch with me that way. You could also find this person on LinkedIn as well. All right, but here let's just go back to the website again really quick. You could I don't see like an actual email. So we got blog and podcast here. Subscribe. Yeah. So I don't see a really good way to reach out to them, but we'd have to do a little bit of research. So you could just paste in the URL to the website, and then what you could actually do too is you could have a virtual assistant. You could have a virtual assistant do this for you. Make a list of the top, 50 channels, with this keyword that have at least 500 subscribers, but less than 20,000 subscribers, and have a video uploaded within the last 2 weeks, something like that. That could be your criteria. And you could have a virtual assistant go out and find those channels for you and have them gather the contact details. Or you could also create this list yourself of the YouTube channels, and then have a virtual assistant go through those channels and find the contact details to reach out to the creator. So there's a couple of different ways to do this, guys. But I just, with this, I wanted to show you how easy it is to find channels just on YouTube. Like, this is nothing crazy here. We got one here, 52,000, 62,000. We got an intro video there. Let's check out these other ones here. 1,600 views, 2,100 views. I mean, that's good stuff, guys. This is good stuff. So how do we actually reach out? We basically, what you're doing here is you're sharing your expertise that can help the creator's audience. All right. So when we reach out, like I don't have any specific scripts for this just yet. I'll probably do a separate training on that. But keep it simple. We don't have to do anything crazy. You could even create an automation potentially for this. I wouldn't automate it too much, but you want to reach out and just see if they'd be interested in doing a collaboration for their audience, a training on, so again, if we're reaching out to, if we're trying to get on a real estate channel right here, talk to them about their channel. Say, hey, I see that you run the Epic Real Estate Investing channel. Looks really cool. I've actually watched a few of their videos. I left a couple of comments. It's good stuff. Wondering if you're interested in maybe doing a collaboration on your channel. I work with real estate investors as well to help them get funding, and I have some really good strategies for getting them funding or something like that. And see what happens. You may need to reach out a couple of times. You're probably not going to. They're probably not going to get back to you right away, but you never know. Let's see if there's, see right here, details, view email address for business inquiries. Boom, there it is. You now have their email address, and now you can start reaching out to them. So that's one way. You can follow them on Facebook and all that stuff. Okay. And then you negotiate terms. What does this look like? Do you maybe pay them for this collaboration? Some creators will do that. Or, I mean, this is what I would prefer. I'd actually prefer to have an affiliate relationship with somebody where, for every lead that the video sends or the channel sends, you give them 5 to 10% of each deal that closes, or maybe you have a fixed amount for every deal that closes. We pay you $100, something like that, right? Affiliate relationships are a really good way to make this happen, guys, because it's good. It creates good content for the creator, but it also let's bring back here. It also creates another revenue stream for the creator as well, which, as a fellow creator, I mean, I love additional income streams, right? Every business owner does. That's what we ultimately want. Let's see. Are we just providing good content to the audience? This is probably going to be more relevant with the smaller channels that are trying to build up. They're trying to get content on the channel, right? But I would still provide an affiliate relationship, because that will also encourage them to do multiple trainings and interviews with you. So maybe on one training, it's 15, 20 minutes. You're talking about this part of your business and how it solves a specific problem. And then maybe the next training solves a different problem to the same audience, right? So now you have multiple videos on the same channel. All right. So doing multiple interviews, make sure you do want to make sure that your link is in the description and the comments at the very least. See if you can get it in the video as well. So the one that I did, I have my client's link to their website in the video, like scrolling down at the bottom of the video. That's not you don't have to do that. The most important thing, though, is having it in the description in the comments. All right. From there, prepare for the interview. Just practice. And here's the thing, guys. You're an expert in what you do. You know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. Remind yourself that you're really good at what you do. All right. Be confident when you go on to these trainings and interviews. Remember, you are the expert. It's just going to take a little bit of practice getting comfortable being in front of the camera and whatnot. But it's really no different than if you're on the phone or doing a Zoom call with a prospect and you're trying to close the deal. You're explaining the process to them. It's no different than that. So just practice, get over it, get over any anxiety you have over it, because this can be a phenomenal way to generate leads for your business. You may not even ever need to do paid advertising ever again if you do enough of these. And then you rinse and repeat with other creators. You do it on one channel, then you do it to another. And with each, once you get a couple of videos, those are really good assets to send to new creators, new channels that you want to get onto, maybe some of the bigger ones in your industry, saying, hey, these are some previous trainings that I've done on some other channels. Maybe you've heard of them before. I'd love to do a very, a similar training on your channel as well for your audience. And we could work out a really good affiliate relationship as well to add another income stream to your business. Dude, if people actually came to me with that stuff and it made sense, obviously it made sense for my audience. I'm not just going to do random training with random products that I've never used and would never use just because there's an affiliate relationship there. But if it made sense for my audience and there's potential for an affiliate program for that, I'm all ears. Creators love that stuff. All right. So that's it. I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Like I said, I'm going to probably break this up into other trainings and just, deep dive a little bit more into these different strategies. I'm going to link, again, check out the links in the description. I'm going to have additional trainings on some of these things from other channels that I found that will help you guys out and help you implement this. So I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to share some results, some more results with you guys as I continue to implement this strategy. I hope this helps. I hope it helps you generate more leads in your business, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Matty Ice is out. To your success.